Hi, I'm Stephen Haddon from Archery Supplies. This is the Elite Envision. It's the latest bow from Elite Archery for 2022. It replaces the Elite Kure, the 31-inch Elite bow. I get really confused with all the names for the Elites. It'd make life a lot simpler for me if they were named 31, 32, 33, 34, 36 and 37 for the bows they produce, for all those bows they produce. They all tend to be very, very similar. So it gets confusing for me which name is which axle size. So this is the 31 inch and the Kure was a 31 inch. So the first thing when a new bow comes out is I want to know a bit about it, how it varies from the Kure, and I really like the 2021 Kure straight up. So when this one came out, I'm like, why didn't they just keep the name the same and just call it the Kure because we're familiar with it, and that way we don't have to learn new stuff, but they didn't. So it's been renamed. So what's different about this bow to this bow, which is the Kure? So if you read the hype and you like the hype, the hype says this bow shoots more like a target bow, a 34-inch axle target bow. So then I get confused. Well, does the 34-inch is it the Remedy shoot like a 37-inch target bow? I don't know. Look, I'm going to say when I did the review of the Kure, I really liked it and I shot really well with it. And it was one of my favorite bows for 2021. So this is the 2022 version. So they clearly changed the machining on the riser. The axle size has changed fractionally. It's a little bit shorter. The limb pockets have changed. So this is the Envision. This is the Kure. Look, I think the new pockets look a little bit fancier. There was nothing wrong with the old pockets. It just looks a bit fancier. Okay, so what makes Elite unique? You can tilt the limbs here. That's for tuning. So with Bowtech, you can move the cams left to right. With Elite, you tilt the limbs. With PSE, you move the cams left to right. With Matthews, you shim with specific shims for the bow. The Elite system is very simple with a simple turn there. It's got limb lock in here, so you lock the limbs into place. Now, before doing this review, this bow is one of the demo bows. I've got to buy it, but it comes in a package showing the new 2022 Elite bows. This came as a 70-pound bow, and the reviews I do are all 60 pounds. So I went to wind it down. I went to look for how far I can wind this bow down. I couldn't find it any. So I wound it down 3 turns. 3 turns brought this bow from 70 pounds to 62 pounds. Now the mass weight on this bow, it's advertised at 4.4. I weighed it on a scale and weighed 4.7. I also weighed the Kure and that weighed almost 5. So they've basically decreased the weight by 0.2 of a pound, which is good. It's not a bad weight, but it definitely feels heavier than 4.4. You can tune the cable guard by moving it left and right. I don't know if I'd do that. The cams are a rotating cam. You don't need to adjust the draw length. You don't need a bow press. It's just slide it backwards and forwards. It's got a cable stop and a string stop, so you can either get that cam feel or the solid wall feel where it actually hits the cables. Okay, so what's new with this bow? They've changed the limb pivots. The limb pockets. They've added these dampeners down here. But besides that, it looks pretty much the same. Did they widen the limb pockets a little bit? Look, they widened the limb pockets. So they've taken notes off PSE. When PSE released their new bows, they make the limbs wider. Elite have also made the limbs wider if that's a thing for you. Now, making the limbs wider makes it hard to fit bow clips in for standing up your bow, so just bear that in mind. The Elite Envision comes in the normal great colours that Elite produce, which is all the target colours, which is green, blue, teal, purple, orange, and like a army green, tan, silver, and then all the different types of camo. The finish is a really nice finish. I don't know if it's paint or what, but it's always been a tough finish. The limb graphics, I'm going to say, look nicer this year. That's the limb stop there, so the stop screws onto there. and hits there. So they Elite claim that they've changed the weight distribution of the bow. Look, to me, it feels the same as it did before. I obviously have not shot this bow yet, so we're going to try it. Look, it feels well balanced. The Elite grip feels like an Elite grip. You know, it's kind of square. It's kind of square, but it feels like it narrows down. It feels like an Elite grip. So let's have a shot and see how this bow feels to shoot. So the price point of the Envision, in America, it's going to retail for about $1,200 American dollars, which puts it at the same price point as all the other top-of-the-line bows from Hoyt. I think Bowtech's a little bit more expensive, but it puts it in that price bracket. In Australia, probably around $1,600 expect to pay for this bow, maybe $1,700, around that sort of price point. Now, saying that, I think Elite is well priced because it's got all the tunability, all the adjustments. It's cheaper than a Matthews. With Matthews, you need to buy modules. So let's say you get a bow at 29 inches and you go, well, I want to go to 28.5. Matthews, you're going to have to buy a new module for it. This bow is fully adjustable. So when you go to sell this bow's easy to sell because it fits anyone. So let's try the draw cycle. So this is 62, so this is heavier than the bows I've tested in the past. So, to start off with, it's heavy. And when I was testing the poundage of this, it hit 62 pounds straight up. So it's heavy to start with. And it's going to hold 62 all the way through that draw cycle. Now it feels like it's getting lighter here, there, and drops in. So it's a very big drop into the valley. I'm going to take this shot. Oh, there's nothing when you shoot it. It's a really nice... Now, Elite say the bow's quieter when you shoot it compared to the Kure. I'd have to shoot the Kure to compare it, but you can see there was no vibration, there was no noise. It was very, very good. Now, just on the draw cycle, so it lumps into a very big valley, which you're probably going to like if you're a hunter. By moving this draw stop forward, you're going to have less valley. And you can also do that with the draw stop. So you can create like your 90% with the draw stop, or you can change the valley. And the full adjustability of the Envision or any of the Elite bows, I really like. It's, for me, I don't think any other bows offer that functionality where you've got a cable stop and a limb stop. And there's clearly going to be a bow out there which has that, but I can't think of it. So it's just, to me, and it's the same price point, and you've got all the tunability features. Like, that is just cool. So just shoot one more. Let's just compare that noise again. So easy when you're back here. Now I'm a 20. That's so easy, so easy. Now it's kind of funny. So Elite go, this shoots like a 34-inch, but I don't know what that means. It's like, for me, it feels like a nice bow to shoot. But what I'm going to tell you is I normally shoot 60 pounds for target, right? So I normally shoot 60 pounds for target. And a couple of weeks ago, I was shooting the state championships, and you probably don't want to hear this on this review, but I was shooting a 55-pound bow, and it was killing my shoulder. And I actually had to change to a 50-pound bow to finish the shoot. And at 50 pounds, I did really, really well. But 55 pounds was really hurting. This is not hurting my shoulder at 62 pounds. I'm drawing it back easy. And when I'm back here, I'm feeling like it's no poundage whatsoever. Feels really comfortable back here. Feels great. Feels really, really good. Feels really good. So now on bow length, like 31, 32, 34, 36, the Elite Result 36, or the Elite Result 37. Look, I don't know. I struggle to pick the difference between them, and I've tried all the different sizes, and I seem to shoot pretty similar. The thing that affects me is the brace height. This bow is a little bit over the 6 inches, a little bit under 7, so 6 3/4 or something brace height. yeah, almost 7-inch brace. I'm going to shoot this thing well, I think. I think it's stable. I really like the grip. I like the way it draws. I would shorten that valley if I was shooting this one just a little bit, because I think I'd relax into this too easy and my form would just drop. But this is such an easy bow to shoot. What we're going to do is we're going to shoot it over the chronograph now and see what speeds we get. So when Elite released this bow, the Envision, I didn't even have prices on it. I didn't know the name of it. I saw the review from Lancaster, and I'm not going to have a go at Lancaster, but every bow they've ever released has been the best. Every bow they've done a review on has been the best bow ever released, and I'm just like, you're not kind of telling me anything you're not giving me a constructive view about what's wrong with it, how you find it compared to other bows on the market. So it's a bit of nothing to me because it doesn't give me anything. So I didn't know the price point on it. I just didn't know anything. So I didn't gauge anything from that. But what I did, one of my friends works for another bow company, not Elite. He works for another bow company. He's worked in archery shops, and he sent me a message. He goes, the Elite Envision, he goes, I've shot it. And he goes, this is the day it got released. He goes, I've shot it, and I've shot every other top of the line bow out there. I'm going to tell you this bow is the best. Which is funny because he works for another bow company, right? And I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want him to lose his job. He goes, this bow is the best. Now, I've known him for a number of years, and he always tells me what he thinks of the different bows from the different companies. He just sends me a text and goes, and he's always been on the money. Like, he's always been on the money. As far as my opinions and his are pretty much the same. And he once told me he shot the EVL 34, and he goes, I shoot this thing great. And I do too. It's like a great bow. I shoot really good scores with it. It's like a really, really good bow. I don't know if he's brought this or not. But wait, so this bow rocked up in my shop the day after he sent me that message. And so the arrow I'm shooting now is a gold tip velocity. It weighs 327 grains. It's a 400 spine arrow, 29 inches. It's got a 90 grain point in it. So if you want to increase your speed of this bow, what you do is reduce your valley down. So you shorten your valley, increase your draw length, shorten your valley. So you're basically increasing the amount of time this bow is peaking. That will increase the speed of the bow for you. Wow, that's fast. 306. That's quick. Yeah, it feels quick, and I can see how far these arrows are penetrating into the foam. I'm like, there's no vibration at all. It's quiet as. You don't even feel the string vibrating. Like, it's got a string dampener, but like, it's very. I feel like I'm saying this on all my reviews lately. It's very, very good. But I'm going to say, okay, so I really like the new Hoyt out. But I'm going to say the Hoyt's heavier. This bow's got more adjustment than the Hoyt. It's probably a little bit cheaper, but it's got more adjustability in the draw length, more adjustability in the valley. It's got more tunability. It's lighter. I like the grip better than the Hoyt. I really like this grip. This is, I'm going to say, my favorite grip. Yeah, that's a VAP, Elite Victory VAP arrow. Oh God, I wish I could remember how many grains it is. I think it's about 370. It's a 350 spine. It's got a 150 grain point on it. It's shot at 279, which is pretty good. So the other bow I really like, there's lots of bows I really like. The other bow I really like, which I think is comparable to the Envision, is the Bowtech Solution. Bowtech Solution allows you to adjust the cam left to right for tuning. It does allow you to adjust the draw length, and it does allow you to change the valley slightly. It's going to be slightly more expensive. It is a very nice shooting bow, but this is just simple and it's very cleanly finished. The other bows, obviously the PSE EVL 32, very nice bow to shoot. It comes with a rubber grip, so you can take the rubber grip off, but it's similar price point. And PSC is very good on customer service. I'm going to say Elite is very good on customer service as well. They've been great this year. In fact, I've only had the one problem with an Elite bow in the last year, which is I actually did a video on that where the guy kind of did something to the cam, like stuck something in it or something, which I did a video on. And the guy, Elite, sent me new cams for the bow. We fitted it and we sent them back, and the guy put through a fraud thing on PayPal and got his money back, so he got a bow for free. So, which I pretty much knew he'd do because I knew he was a bit of a scammer, but that's the way life is. This bow's very, very good. Look, I think it's better than the Kure, so the Kure is very, very good also, but this bow is really nice. Okay, let's take this back to 18 and see how we shoot with it. I'm back here 18 meters and I've sighted in with 3 arrows, and the last one hit the 10. It was a high 10 o'clock, sorry, it was high at 10 o'clock. So it aims really, really well. So I'm not getting really much movement in the physical aiming with the pin. I'm finding I'm not getting the back tension I'd like to normally get, so that's just adjustability, but as long as I pull hard into it, I think that will be okay. One of the shots I kind of felt like I pushed out a little bit. Again, it felt okay, so let's see how we group. Now, the bow I would buy for target shooting is this one. This is the Remedy. It's 34 inches. It's got the roller cable guide, so it's like a big version of the Envision. One of my friends on Facebook, Lewis Holmes, has just gone to Elite from PSC, and I shot in Vegas with Nathan's wife. God, mental blank on her name. Just really bad. Anyway. And I said I'd try out an Elite, and I haven't done it yet, so I will do it. I will do a whole setup where we set up a target bow for shooting target with an Elite, and that's the one I was going to do it with. So let's see how I shoot with this. So when I do these reviews, I literally smack an RS on, put a sight on and D-loop. I don't tune it, I just shoot. I see so many people on forums worried about this, worried about that, and I'm like I don't have a peep sight. I didn't tune it. I literally, the start of this video is me doing this thing, and sometimes in my videos, you see the bow fall apart, and I still video it, like, because that's real life. That's, you know. I'm finding it so easy in the valley, it's ridiculous. I think it would be so easy just to relax that valley and not put tension into your back, because I try and put tension between my shoulder blades all the time. I think it'd just be so easy to relax. In fact, I was talking to Lewis Holmes about Elite moving to an Elite. Now, Elite have got your cable stops and your limb stops. He's just using the cable stop. So it's more like the PSE that he used to shoot, but it feels very, very solid at the end wall. I love the adjustability. And now, I've got no idea where these arrows are going, and obviously you'll know because I can't see. It might all be missing. Which is really disappointing when you walk up to the target and all the arrows are missed. My last review I did was an ATFX riser and I shot it like rubbish. And but I felt bad, so then I did a review 4 days later. And I shot all the arrows in the gold. And I'm shooting that bow pretty well now. Like, almost as good as I was shooting it last week. So when I shoot this, I'm finding it's like pushing out a little bit, so I feel like I need more weight down below. The bow's perfectly balanced, so you can see it's like pushing up a little bit. I feel a little bit of that, but like it's very good. So I'd like a little bit more lower weight to the bow, but it sits, aims, it's silent. I mean, I said to Elite last year, I said, how many bows are you selling in Australia? And they wouldn't tell me. And I asked for an exclusive for the Australian market. Because I was like, I could push these bows, I could sell so many of them if you just let me like market them properly. Because one of the problems is if you're like big, let's say this bow's really good and I really like it and I was to shoot it, then you'd sell a lot of them, but then you're going to give those sales to other shops who also buy direct. So the fact that I like a bow or I don't like a bow, it's not influencing me to go, oh, look, I'm wanting a Elite or anything like that. It's just, this is a really good boat. Well priced, well finished. Because in my early videos on Elite, where they were module based, you could see I was quite critical on the bows. And it's not that they weren't a good bow, it's just like to change the draw length, you have to drop the strings off, fit a module, put the bow back together, fit the peep sight, then the customer tries it out, and then if they want to change it by half an inch, you're doing that again, and it was like 40 minutes. It was just a horrible experience as far as, you know, setting up a new bow for an archer. Now, if the archer knew their draw length, it's probably going to be okay. Let's just shoot one more. Well, I aimed that one slightly left and slightly higher. I'm just going to shoot one more. I was actually thinking I've got too much tension in my front hand. You never think about stuff. It's not too bad. I don't know where those arrows went. Let's go and have a look. So when I walk up to the target, I have no idea where the arrows are. I can't see them. So I'm like, how's it going to be? So, like, there's a whole bunch here which are really, really nice in the middle. This one, I bet you was my second to last shot. I don't know if it was or wasn't, because I was aiming up here somewhere, because I was thinking about my hand. I was thinking I've got tension in my hands, in my fingers. I was like, I've got to relax that. There's a couple there high, right? Now, I think that's me kind of pushing it, and that's causing the shot to go up. Look, overall, I'm going to say I get a little bit confused with hype. I really do. Like when people go, it's like a 34-inch bow, it's like a target bow. Look, why not call this what it is? It's a pretty awesome hunting bow. It's going to be quiet, silent, no vibration, fully adjustable, well priced. Pretty light compared to the others on the market. Like, that's my summary. Pretty light compared to the others, very adjustable compared to the others on the market, and well priced compared to the others, and very well finished and backed up. It's a very highly put together product, nicely finished. You got nice accessories for it. It's a very overall a good product. As far as it being like a 34-inch bow to shoot, look, I don't really know. Like, am I going to buy this bow for a target bow? No, I'm not, because it's just too risky for me. The 34's risky. I'm probably better to buy the Result for a target bow, right? But I tell you what I like about the Remedy. I like the roller cable slides. I like the rollers because it gets rid of the vibration, and that's the bow I wanted to try, which is why I've got the green one, because I want to try that. I want to set that up for target and do a review on it. Saying that, I don't think I'm probably going to shoot much difference between this bow and the 34-inch. I don't find there's much difference between 37 and 40. I haven't found any difference between the 35 and 40s, right? But saying that, when you're buying a target bow, you kind of buy what other people are buying, and so most people will buy the Results for target, and most people will buy the Envision as a hunting bow. Could you shoot 3D with it? Absolutely you could. You could shoot target with it, right? But if you're a 3D shooter, I'm going to say you're probably more likely to buy the Remedy because it's 34 inches, just because it's just feels. And some will buy the Result because it's more target and they'll think it's more forgiving. Look, this bow felt very forgiving to me. That's a pretty good group. I rate this bow. Is it the best of all the bows? Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe, I feel like I need to shoot them one-on-one next to each other. I need to shoot against the Remedies. I need to shoot the Solution up against it. I need to shoot the Revolt X. And not forgetting, obviously, PSE, who makes a good quality, solid bow that shoots amazing. All the bows these days are very, very good. But what the standout with the Elites is obviously the adjustability. They are rock solid as far as the limbs and all that. And I'm going to say that they're rock solid because these limbs are not under that much tension. It's the speed's good. The Allen keys are all good now. They don't snap off. Like they used to have these little one which used to snap off sometimes. They'll put on too tight. It's all good. This is all good. Comes in good colors. This is clearly a bow I would buy. And I'm not saying that because I want to be an Elite distributor, because I've got a feeling I'm not going to say good things about the other two bows that Elite have produced. So we'll wait to see what I think of the other two bows Elite have produced for 2022. I haven't checked the pricing yet, but I was like, what? Maybe they'll be good and maybe I'll change my mind on those. But this is awesome. This is a good bow. Look, this is one bow. It's been sent in to show you the new products. I don't know what the supply time will be on them. I'm going to guess 6 to 8 weeks. And I've clearly got to order some because this is good. I didn't even know the name of this bow till 2 days ago. Until someone sent me a message, until I saw the review of it. But this is as good as anything. Draw cycles is as good as any. The adjustability is as good, if not better, than anything else on the market. Tunability is excellent. Overall, really good product at a good price point. So, Elite Envision. I get lost with all the names. Elite Envision. I think it looks nice, really nicely, and I really want one to stick on the wall. There's all the colours. Oh, look, it comes with a nice tag. It would have been nice if they had how many limb terms you've got, because I've got a feeling some people will wind this bow past where it could be. Should be. Look, these little dampeners are simple. 2 Allen key holes, 2 arrow rest holes here, which you can see if you've got a whisker biscuit, can fit in 2 spots to secure it. Like, it's good. Well thought up. Simple, well thought up, well engineered. Good. Not a lot of difference to the Kure in my opinion. but good. I don't know if the Elite had if the Kure had the big thick axles, because it's got the big thick axles to stop the limbs doing that bow thing, where they kind of look like they do this. They've got big thick axles like PSE's got, which is good. Good bow, and there's lots of good bows in the industry today. That is clearly one of them, and if I was going to be buying a new bow for 2022, that's clearly one you should be testing. I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Check it out at your local archery shop. And if you've tried the other ones, or you've tried this Envision, put a thing down to let other people know which one you like and why you like it. Because like, this is my view. I would definitely be trying this, the Solution, maybe the Revolt, depending what you're doing, and then the PSE, because I think the PSE is really good. Solid, really dependable, kind of a lifetime bow. Like I've been selling PSE bows for 20 years, and like in 20 years people are still shooting bows I sold them 20 years ago, so it's pretty amazing. So yeah, the Elite Envision, awesome, great bow. And the next review will probably be testing either the new Elites, or I'll be setting up one of the others, and we'll be testing a target setup with it, or maybe a hunting setup, and see how well I can shoot with it. Thanks for watching. Bye.